Have you ever stopped to question the nature of your reality? What if everything you see, hear, and touch isn't what it appears to be? This isn't a new question. Philosophers and scientists have grappled with the idea of reality as an illusion for centuries. Could it be that our senses, the very tools we use to perceive the world, are deceiving us? Our understanding of reality is based on our experiences, which are filtered through our senses. But what if these senses are flawed instruments providing us with an incomplete or even distorted view of the world? What if the reality we perceive is just a mental construct, a simulation created by our brains? The idea that our senses might be misleading us is unsettling. We rely on them to navigate the world, to make decisions, to survive. If our senses can't be trusted, what can? This leads us down a rabbit hole of uncertainty, forcing us to confront the possibility that everything we think we know about the world might be wrong. This essay will explore the idea that reality might be an illusion. We will delve into the workings of the brain, examine the fallibility of our perception, and explore philosophical and scientific theories that challenge our conventional understanding of reality. Ultimately, this journey will lead us to question the nature of truth itself. Our brains are incredibly complex organs, constantly bombarded with sensory information. They receive a cacophony of signals from our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. These signals, however, are not reality itself. They are merely electrical and chemical impulses that our brain must interpret. The brain acts as a filter, a translator, and a storyteller. It takes the raw data from our senses and constructs a coherent narrative that we perceive as reality. It fills in gaps, makes assumptions, and relies on past experiences to create a seamless flow of information. This process is essential for us to function in the world, but it also highlights the subjective nature of our reality. Consider the act of seeing. When light enters our eyes, it strikes the retina, triggering a cascade of chemical reactions that are converted into electrical signals. These signals travel along the optic nerve to the visual cortex at the back of our brain. Here, the signals are processed and interpreted, resulting in the experience of sight. However, our brains don't simply passively receive and process visual information. They actively construct our visual experience, making inferences and predictions based on past experiences and expectations. This constructive process is susceptible to errors and biases, leading to visual illusions and misperceptions. Optical illusions are a fascinating demonstration of the brain's constructive nature and the fallibility of our perception. They reveal the hidden assumptions and shortcuts our brains take when interpreting visual information. One classic example is the Muller-Lyer illusion, where two lines of equal length appear to be different lengths due to the direction of the arrows at their ends. This illusion demonstrates how our brain's interpretation of depth and perspective can be tricked, leading to a distorted perception of reality. Another compelling example is the spinning dancer illusion, a silhouette of a dancer that appears to spin clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on the observer. There is no actual rotation. The illusion arises from our brain's inability to resolve the ambiguous depth cues in the image. This highlights the subjective nature of perception and how our individual brains can interpret the same information in different ways. These illusions, while entertaining, have profound implications. They demonstrate that our perception of reality is not always an accurate reflection of the objective world. Our brains can be fooled, and our senses can deceive us. This realization calls into question the reliability of our everyday experiences and raises doubts about the nature of reality itself. The idea that reality might be an illusion is not just a modern concept. Philosophers have grappled with this question for centuries. Plato, in his famous allegory of the cave, argued that we, like prisoners chained in a cave, can only perceive shadows of the true reality that lies beyond our grasp. In modern times, the simulation hypothesis proposes that our reality is a sophisticated computer simulation created by a more advanced intelligence. This idea, popularized in films like The Matrix, gains traction from advancements in computer technology and the realization that our universe might be more complex and stranger than we can imagine. Quantum mechanics, a branch of physics that studies the behavior of matter at the atomic and subatomic levels, further challenges our intuitive understanding of reality. The observer effect, a key principle in quantum mechanics, suggests that the act of observation can influence the state of a quantum system. This implies that reality might not exist independently of the observer, blurring the lines between the observer and the observed. These philosophical and scientific perspectives, while diverse in their approaches, converge on a common theme. The nature of reality is far from settled. They invite us to question our assumptions and to consider the possibility that our understanding of the world might be fundamentally flawed.